us again.
Wait, what are we doing?
You know.
No.
Podcast.
Wait a minute. You hear that?
Podcast.
What is it?
I don't know. It sounds like it's getting closer. What the fuck is that? That's right. Rotten Mornings Podcast is coming back at you for season 11. The same old blah blah bullshit you've always expected from us. Remember Rotten Mornings Podcast? Season 11.
I forgot that part.
Okay, guys, and welcome to another episode of Rotten Mornings.
Run.
It's episode 15 now. I said 13 last time, but it was actually 14, so I fucked that all the way up. But it's 15. Welcome to episode 15 of Rotten Mornings. I'm Matt.
I'm Grim.
I'm Carrie.
And, hey.
Hey. How are you doing?
Hey, yeah.
Good morning.
Did you have a good week, guys? Missed you. Made you some coffee. I got it sitting right next to your bed. It's mainly pee.
You want them to drink your pee?
Yeah.
You freak.
Wow.
Hell yeah.
Freaky bitch.
So, yeah. Rotten Mornings. It's another episode. We apologize in advance.
I'm not sorry. Fuck you and go fuck yourself.
Bark off!
Bark off.
Yeah, so now that we've insulted and ostracized our 4 listeners,
3 of them are right here.
we love all of you that are still listening right now.
I don't love anyone.
She's a liar. She loves you guys. And Carrie loves you too. Isn't that right, Carrie?
Cricket.
Son of a
Cricket.
Yes,
cricket.
I love you guys.
You see?
Sorry, I was
Cricket.
dead.
Get out of the fucking mic, you fucking
I don't know if
weirdo.
they can hear the crickets.
I was
I'm pretty sure they
dead.
Cricket.
I was dead.
Okay,
That's what
so
we're doing.
starting off with our recap, we have a phenomenal book, and I love books.
Yes, guys, we got a book. One of our friends, M. Rook Grimsley, she goes by... Oh, man, she had a popcorn, too. But she sent us a book that was published, I believe that was published by her. No, it has one of her stories in it. Mm-hmm. And the young lady that published it, they have it's a collection of different horror writers. And each one of the stories or short stories or little poems or any piece is all related to a different zodiac sign.
Yes.
Which is really, really cool. And I've already read some of it.
This, honestly, is a good blend of both of what Carrie and I are doing already.
Exactly.
But-
So we will be reading that soon, bringing you guys some a little synopsis about it and what we thought.
This is called Horoscope Volume 2, a Zodiac Anthology.
Yes.
Yep.
And
D-U-M-E.
from the
Song
stuff
of the Sagittarian Witch. You fucking bitch, shut the fuck up.
You keep talking. But from
That's
what
all
I've-
you do.
See, you did it again. From what I've read already, I enjoyed the hell out of it. I've enjoyed the hell out of it. It's
Very lovely.
well written, and it's so many different artists that have written in it. So
I have not read it yet, but I took some pictures with it that I'm going to post tomorrow.
I took pictures with it. It's kind of like reading a book.
And next, we had a lovely little live where I played The Sims. So in this game, it has all 3 of us living as roommates, and Matt keeps pissing us off.
And Carrie's dating a clone of herself.
She is, and she
Yeah.
had a birthday.
Yay.
How was that?
Terrible.
Well, yeah, but...
She blew out her candles, and the only person that wanted to be in the room when she did it was Grim.
Yep. I was the only one. I watched you eat your cake and everything. And we had a party of like 40 people. Nobody came in the room.
A tear. It's coming out of my eye. Do you hear that, guys?
Do you hear the tears?
Blech.
Okay. Cricket. Cricket, cricket.
Oh, damn it.
Cricket.
Cricket, carket. What the hell? What's a carket?
It's a
That's not
stupid
thing.
cricket.
Carket. I'm a cricket. I'm an
So,
idiot.
Carrie and I made a shit ton of different TikToks and posted a lot of these TikToks onto Facebook as well. What was your newest cosplay, Carrie?
I did a little bit of stuff with Raven. There's more I want to do with it, though. Like makeup, and I want to do the wig, too.
Yeah.
But I did a little with it, so that was fun.
And the day before last, we all made a bunch of TikToks together, and that was fun.
We did.
I've
We had
missed
a little.
that.
We actually had an interview. That's kind of.
We're not there yet.
Well,
Shut
why are
the
you talking
fuck
about it then?
I said we made TikToks.
TikTok.
TikToks.
We made TikTok. We
Titties!
TD talk.
I posted some old videos of Tommy. Tommy, we miss you. It was behind the
Fuck
scenes.
you,
where we filmed
Tony.
him. Made a bunch of inspirational and weird posts that I'm going to skip right through. You can go to our Facebook, Rotten Reviews,
Yeah.
and see.
Doing some shit posting on there just to have some fun stuff for
Lots
people to
of
check
shit
out.
posting. And then
We got booked to do an interview with Liko the Clown. If you guys are not following them, check them out. She does a lot of different interviews with a lot of different people in the community. Very, very cool group. They do a phenomenal job. What you looking for?
the live was 52 minutes long.
Yeah, it was 52
That's what I was looking
we
for.
haven't even got there yet. You just had to skip past everything.
Well, you wanted to go ahead and talk. Oh my God!
I'm just telling him what
a spot.
you showed me what to
Piss
talk
me off.
about. You're
Shut
like,
the
talk
fuck
about
up.
this.
You wanted to talk about it.
You are a terrible prompter.
I fucking hate you.
No.
More shit posting. All right, let's skate right by that. That's what you want to do.
What? I escaped right by what? I don't even know what's
Beat the
happening
fuck
right
out
now.
of
I don't
you.
even know what's happening right now.
All right,
I'm
here's
reading what
this.
you're showing me. Can I read? Is this what I need to, for sure, without a shadow of a doubt? This
You
is,
shared it. Don't you
Okay.
know what the fuck it is?
So apparently, the Nightmare Dungeon Haunted Attraction is doing a Nightmare Clown night that's going to be out of season, and it is
Oh, this is a really long post.
January 23rd, 24th, and 25th from dark until at least midnight. Tickets are $30 per person and never sell out, and they are located in South Carolina, Greenville, South Carolina.
So look them up.
I know for a fact that Azazel's going to be there and a couple of other people we know. A lot of great clowns are gathering together to give you a hell of a scare. Go check them out. That's about 4 hours away from us.
And we made some more posts about me interrupting Matt's bathroom time.
I love it when people come into the store and they're like, oh man, y'all's latest video was awesome with the bathroom. And I'm like, wait, what was our latest video? Like, oh, you're talking about an old one we reposted. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I got you. So, City of Chaos was...
Interviews.
This is us sharing it, but we haven't got to the day we did it. So should I talk about us sharing that they were going to do interviews?
Yes, go ahead, because we didn't make a separate post on our page about that, because that was a them thing they should share.
Yes, but yeah, City of Chaos was did auditions this weekend. We were
And,
there,
Yes, we had the pleasure of helping them out.
Yay!
and it was really really fun. Joe Bod showed up. It was
He
awesome
did.
hanging out with him.
It was great seeing him.
And just to any of the haunters out there, dude, y'all did a kick-ass job. Especially you newbies, y'all came in and just wowed the shit
Fuck
out of a lot of
yes.
us. There were like 4 or 5 different people where they're like, oh, okay. And they came in fresh. They are fresh to the scene, and they are brimming to go. Like, I'm loving seeing the new, crew of haunt people, like
Yes.
the kids growing up and wanting to get involved with it. I love it. I love it so
So
much.
Christy had them fill out their paperwork and split them off into groups where I got 4 in my group, and Matt, you had 4 as well?
Mm-hmm.
Carrie, how many did you have?
I went with Matt.
Okay. And we got to interview and train these actors just a little bit, and see what they were doing, talk to them. And I loved my group so much. They were very interactive and made me very proud.
I think like one of the big charms of it was being able to kind of sort of get a little bit of a class from Bodkin for free, because he was talking about experience and stuff, and that's kind of like what he does, and that was fun. He's a phenomenal haunter.
Yes. And, yeah, we tried freeze-dried candy on live
Yeah,
on
we
Facebook.
did. We probably shouldn't have fed the kids candy first thing in the morning, but we did it anyways, you know?
Yeah, we
'cause
did it anyway.
We are terrible parents.
Yes, Kinsey got sick and vomited.
Yep.
I'm not a good aunt.
We suck.
Yeah.
But
So-
the candy was really good, and we are now selling freeze-dried candy at Buckeyes. And we went up there today, and it's about half sold. So it's selling
Yeah.
at $7.99. It's still selling. I think it's going to be one of those novelties that's like a one-time buy type of thing, though, because I don't think anybody's going to go back to specifically buy a bag of freeze-dried candy for $7.99. But first time trying all the different flavors, that's something that they would probably do.
If we get enough people asking for it again, maybe we could.
Maybe we keep it, maybe we don't. It remains to be seen. But we've got it right now, and it was good. There were Jolly Ranchers,
It
sour
was.
worms, 3 different kinds of Skittles, and nerd
Clusters, and those were my favorite. I love the nerd cluster. You want to tell them the story about it?
What do you mean?
Buying it?
Oh, that the night before we were supposed to go to work, and we fucked that up and didn't go to work. And I was sitting around and I was bored. And I was like, hey, let's get something to do live with. So I ordered like 12 bags of freeze-dried candy from a site online. And when we went to work the next morning in order to make up for missing it the night before, we found out we actually were selling freeze-dried candy. And if we would have gone in the night before, I wouldn't have ordered any offline. So
That's such a fucking weird
hilarious
thing.
Yay!
I don't
Yay!
I think that's a little bit of our karma.
Mm-hmm. Also, Screamville has shared out their calendar this year, and their opening day is the 29th of October. And they will be open
Wouldn't that
on
be
Halloween.
September?
September. I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
The 29th of September, and they are open on Halloween, and they're also open on the 4th of November.
Yes.
Open every weekend in October.
That's exciting. Exciting.
They are a fucking amazing haunt. I love those cats. It is a outdoor, indoor. It's a great experience. They have a phenomenal midway with their little carnival games and stuff. That's awesome.
Love Screamville. Shout out to you guys.
Yes.
Shout out to Biggs. Out there
Love you, my
Screamville.
Biggs. I love you. So I shared a video of me, having my lovely little vomit meal that Matt prepared for me. Moving right past that, though. We got that.
Carrie doing the cosplay.
Yes, the cosplay. She shared some of her TikToks to Facebook, some more of them. And they're lovely. So lovely. So go check that out.
And of course, we did the live with Lico, which was super duper duper fun.
Oh my God.
It was a really, really good live.
She was an amazing host. Thank you for having us, Lico.
Yeah, everything went super well on that. If you guys are in the industry and want a little coverage, man, reach out to them. Get an interview.
Yes.
Arx Mortis has now opened their Emporium of Curiosities and Oddities. That I think it opened this weekend, if I'm not mistaken. And it used to be the Creature's Corner or whatever, but they've souped it up. They've got a little retro arcade in there. That is bad as hell. Arx Mortis is always like stepping up their game. They are phenomenal at having those amenities aside from just an amazing haunted house.
Yes, I love their gift shop. So go check out Arx Mortis in Killen, Alabama.
Yes, great fucking haunt. And go check out the Emporium of Curiosity and Oddities, also in Killen, Alabama.
And Carrie made a post of her singing her Adele song she likes with her beautiful voice. And in honor of Grimace's birthday, McDonald's will now start selling lean. So go to McDonald's and get you some lean.
What?
That's not true.
It is true. It's on Facebook.
No, the lean is a drug.
Lean is a purple drink.
No, it's a purple drink that's a drug. That is a joke post.
There's 7 people sent me that and told me that.
Are you serious?
Yes, I even got tagged in it on Facebook. How did you not? What? Lean is a drug?
Well, it's not exactly a drug.
Grim!
It's a mixture.
What?
Yes!
Yeah, Yes, 100,000%. It's not a drug per se.
I was happy
it's
because
a
I love
mixture of
Grimace. Why
things.
do you think I chose Grimace
Well,
as
they
my name?
They did have Grimace's birthday. Remember, we went to McDonald's and there's a lot of
Yes.
Grimace imagery there, and they had like some sort of a pink drink. But
Can you edit this out?
I will not. I fucking will not. I will not. That is the best. Guys, just to let you know, lean is a mixture.
I googled it. Reddit
Googled
said it
what
was
lean
true. Reddit said it was being sold at McDonald's.
That doesn't. That's the weirdest. Okay, well we're gonna investigate this. We're gonna investigate this. But yeah, do we have anything else to talk about?
Lean is a drug?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
And there's nothing else called lean.
No.
Please take this out.
No, we'll not. This is fucking phenomenal. This is great.
Yay!
Yay! Yay!
I'm so heartbroken.
Please tell me you
I
like
wanted to get the purple
talk to a
drink.
whole bunch of
Don't be
people. Like,
sad.
I don't want to talk about it anymore. Okay, well, moving on. I'm so sorry. Shut the fuck up.
Then yeah, that was up today, and today we've just been lounging about and chilling around the house and not doing much of nothing except for this.
Yay!
Yes.
So yeah, we got to get this podcast finished because me and Grim just got back from work and we haven't done this yet. So let's moving right along.
I am hoping that, I know there's no pumpkins, but I really want to carve something, so I'm thinking about carving a pineapple, like a jack-o'-lantern.
Oh, fun. Hell yeah.
That'd be fun. Put a candle in it.
Yeah. It's going to be kind of hard.
I can do anything.
Okay, that's fair. I don't disagree with that. You live your lies.
Bitch!
Ow, why? This is the most violent podcast.
Damn.
Shut the fuck
so
up.
yeah, if we got anything else?
Die!
Okay. Thank you guys for joining us for the first segment of Rotten Mornings. We'll be right back with whatever the hell else we're doing.
Yay!
Yay!
Hey!
All right, guys, we'll stay rotten. We'll see you on the next side. Stay rotten.
Stop fucking looking at me!
Stay rotten.
Stay rotten! Bitch!
Okay, ow.
Have you ever wished to hear your horoscope and the Rotten Mornings podcast at the same time? Now you can. Welcome to Carrie's Astro Bites. Oh! Sorry, I was chewing. I ate that intro. Get
Hi,
it?
guys. Welcome
Do
to
you get
Matt's
it?
Troll Ass Bites.
No, welcome to Carrie's Astro Bites.
Vegetarians,
not-
you're screwed.
No.
Today.
Welcome to Carrie's Astro Bites for the week of June 19th, 2023. No,
I am
it's
changing this
2023.
narrative. 2024.
No,
Fuck you.
It's 2023, dude. I'm trying to tell you the truth here. Listen, dude. Matt loves when you walk up to him and say, "Hey, dude."
I hate you.
Dude.
So today on Matt's Troll Ass Bites,
No.
we will be reading
No.
astrology.
Yeah, this is going to be astrology.
Astrology.
On Wednesday morning, we have the summer solstice where the sun will be entering Cancer. So for about the next month, you might find that you may be moodier than usual or that you're more interested in staying home than going out. After the social whirlwind of Gemini season, this is an opportunity to focus on your inner life and emotional needs.
Yay. What the fuck?
That was what the troll's ass bite said.
Okay, so
I
we're
was
back to
reading
Troll
that
Ass
too.
Bites. Okay, so
Queso. No queso.
You
Only
will have
salsa.
queso today. Yum yum.
Yummy, yummy. Get some queso.
Eat some queso, ya butchers.
All right, guys. Who's ready for some astrology? Are you ready?
Well, I don't have my hand up, and I don't see any more hands up.
I
so-
see your hand. Look, you just lifted your hand up.
Damn
Mm-hmm.
you.
All righty, guys. Let's get down to it. Darn fucking tootin'.
Darn tootin'.
Okay. Apples. Aries. This week, if you find you're more fragile than usual, don't worry. You're not losing your edge. Taurus. This week, you'll be happier if you open up. This isn't to say you should dump your troubles on everyone who crosses your path, only that you're allowed to lean on people sometimes. That's how friendship works.
Don't dump your troubles. And something about lean. I remember having a whole conversation about that earlier.
Hey, yeah, we did do that, didn't
That was
we?
hilarious.
Yeah, true story. Oopsies. Anyways.
Oopsies, Grim.
Geminis. This week, take an active role in making sure your relationships are working. See how you're feeling and set boundaries if you need to. Damn.
Set boundaries if,
Damn.
if you need to.
So you may have some clingy motherfuckers.
But you don't got to.
I mean, you might.
You might
So-
have to, though.
Yeah, you may have to just cut them off.
I don't like to tell nobody what to do, so you do you.
Yeah.
But also, fuck you.
I mean, saying do you and fuck you is kind of like the same thing, isn't
It
it?
sort of kind of is, I guess. Well, I never thought about that.
Wow. What a thing we have thought of here.
So if you say do you, you're basically just telling somebody, fuck you. Hey, man, you do you.
Oh my god, I'm gonna start using this.
Yeah.
Hey, dude, do you?
Do you.
Pull over, do you?
Yeah. Why don't you go do you?
Yeah, do you? Back to Carrie's astrobites. Leo, this week, trust that you'll get the best results by staying true to yourself, by acting with confidence. Cancers, you recognize that you can't control everything, and at a certain point, you simply have to accept that the universe can't be rushed. Take your time. Virgos, the summer solstice sheds light on your hopes and goals, renewing your determination and focus. The dreams that you had a long time ago never left, so you are now taking the time to chase those.
Chase those dreams that never left.
And chase them away, you bitch.
Get the hell out of here, dreams. Pow, 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 pow.
Don't shoot your
Get out of your
dreams.
dreams.
Damn it, Matt, no. That's not what we were supposed to be
These
shooting
dreams
today.
are dead as hell.
God damn it, it's
Clow
fucked.
coom, cap, cow.
There's no hope. The dreams, they're dead.
Bing,
They've
bang,
all been
boom.
shot, and Matt just
Zippity-doo.
murdered them all, guys. Fuck you, troll-ass bites.
Troll ass bites here.
And back to Carrie's astrobites. Libra, this week, be gentle with yourself. Harping on your faults won't make you a better person. It will only grind you down. Scorpio,
Wait, hold on. Harping on your faults is a fun statement.
harping on your thoughts, harping on your thoughts, harping on your thoughts.
It's faults. Harping on
Oh.
your faults.
Harping on your thoughts, faults. Harping on your thoughts, faults, faults,
Oh
faults.
my god, okay.
Yeah.
Vegetarians today.
No, it's not Vegetarians
sorry.
time. It's Scorpions. This week, be prepared to encounter new situations or people who eliminate unexpected sides of your personality. Maybe you thought you knew what your future holds, but it might be different, even better than you could have imagined.
Or worse.
Fuck you.
Man, very.
I mean, I'm not a Scorpio, but
It's a
you know.
razor's edge.
Blah, blah.
That's your equivity of eating. I was gonna get like some water and make you swallow it and put the mic to your throat this time, so it's like. No, here, look, take this water.
Okay.
Okay, now put your throat right against that, like here.
Oh,
Turn
no.
it sideways and put your throat right against that, and then swallow. You look like an idiot right now. Don't spit on me. Don't you spit that water on me. Carrie? Carrie? She just spit water everywhere. That's awesome. That was not my fault. You look like a damn manhole right now. Water all over your face.
I spit it in the floor.
Alright, forget the water thing. It's a bad idea.
You made me choke on it.
Fucking, you still have just water all
God
over
damn it. I could have died.
Oh, man, your face turned red.
Shit. Okay, guys, so if you don't know what just happened there, Matt was like, hey, Carrie, drink this water, and I want you to swallow it, and put your throat on the mic when you swallow it. And so I almost laughed, and then he told me not to laugh, so it made me want to laugh more, and then I was trying not to laugh, and he made me want to laugh more again. So then, in my, trying of not to laugh.
Of water on your chin.
Well, listen, while I was trying not to laugh, I literally just started fucking choking, so I just let it fall out onto the floor.
Yay, Troll Ass Bites is killing it today.
I don't even remember where we were. I almost died.
You were right. You just did Sagittarius, I think.
No.
I don't know.
I was doing Sagittarius. Shut up. I knew you were finna say some shit. Okay, guys, so back to Carrie's Astro Bites. I'm still half alive for now. Sagittarius. This week, be intentional about spending time with your friends, nurturing connections, and caring for each other in whatever ways you can. Capricorn, success and recognition attained through your own hard work will boost your self-confidence and make you proud of your accomplishments. Financially, you will be in a good position this week. Aquarius, expect to receive offers that align with your career goals, contributing to your professional advancement. Skilled workers can anticipate higher wages for their work completed during this month.
So I've got to complete some work, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
I'm good at completing things.
Sorry.
Damn it.
Pisces! You can see hope through times of lack and use your voice to overcome fear. The summer solstice begins a new chapter in your creative life, bringing new inspiration and an urge to create. Well, guys, this has been Kara's Astro Bites. I've got my mouth on you right now.
Sure, it sounds horribly awesome.
Gobble,
gobble, blah, blah, blah.
My tongue's in your ear.
All right, guys, so that's all from Matt's Troll Ass Bites.
This is all from Carrie's Astro Bites.
Have a good day.
Not just Astro Bites, Astro Bites.
Coming up is Grimm's Poetry Shorts after Matt's Troll Ass Bites, the new show that is this show right here that we're doing right now, Matt's Troll Ass
You literally made me choke. I'm still not over that. There's water in the floor.
There's still water on your chin.
Oh my god. I hate this game. What kind of game is this? No, we're not. You know what? Next week, no more putting things in my mouth.
All right, guys, that'll be all from us. Stay right.
God damn it. No.
Hey, listeners, want to choke me?
God damn it, Grim, that's not the lines we talked about.
Hey, listeners, want to actually learn something here? Well, get a load of Grimm's Poetry Shorts. Welcome back to Grimm's Poetry Shorts, where I get to research poets of times past and hopefully spread a little knowledge to you listeners. This is Oscar Wilde Part 2. I'm going to start it off with another of his poems. This is A Vision. 2 crowned kings and one that stood alone, with no green weight of laurels round his head, and with sad eyes as one comforted, and wearied with man's ever-ceasing moan for sins no bleeding victims can atone, and sweet long lips with tears and fed Girt was he in garment black and red, and at his feet I marked a broken stone, which sent up lilies dove-like to his knees. Now at their sight my heart began lit with flame. I cried to Beatrice, "Who are these?" And she made answer, knowing all well with name. Aeschylus first, the seventh Sophocles, and last, wide with stream of tears, Euripides. So this was originally published in 1881. This poem symbolizes human nature, and of 3 kings, 2 are crowned and 1 stands alone, bearing no weight of a crown and supremacy on his head. But he was with sad eyes, which reflected worry, and moaned as he was accused of things he hadn't done. His lips were flooded with tears and sweet kisses from those who came to see.
Hey guys, it's 4:16 in the morning. I was gonna address that eventually.
Okay, yeah, you go ahead. So I've been awake for maybe, 4 minutes?
Yeah, we've both been
All
awake
of 4
for maybe
minutes.
4 minutes.
I set an alarm on my phone and I meant to wake up, and it was set for a wrong time. So I'm trying to not sound sleepy.
It's interesting, the last of your poem where it says the thing about wide stream of tears, Euripides. You know about Euripides, right?
I'm about to explain this.
Oh, well,
Well, you go ahead and say whatever.
right. Well, if Euripides, Eubiades.
Oh, you bitch! No, I said it like this. I had to write his name like this because I knew I would pronounce
Say it
it
wrong.
wrong. It says your rip ities.
Euripides.
Your rip ities.
If you're in a pants store and you try them on, Euripides, Eubiades.
I fucking hate you. You suck so bad. All right.
So welcome to a delusional
Where
poetry show.
this is your fever dream speaking to you.
Yeah.
Wake up.
Stop having a
Wake
fever.
up. Wake up. Get the fuck up!
You shat yourself.
Your cat's dead.
Perfect.
Hey, your cat's dead.
Hey.
You rolled over in your sleep and squished it.
Oh.
Oh,
Poor cat.
splat! There's shit everywhere. That's how you know something's dead. Poop
When there's
comes
shit
out of its
everywhere.
butt. Yep, that's what happened to me.
If I'm pooping, it's
My
probably coming out of
grandmother
my
was
butt.
stung by bumblebees.
That's what?
That's how she died. She was stung by bumblebees. I've told you this.
Does she like watch Stand By Me or something?
I don't know what that means.
Okay,
That makes no sense.
that's cool.
Please don't ever say that again.
All right.
No one's going to relate to you.
Yes, they will. They'll
No
be like, I
one.
remember that Macaulay Culkin movie. He got killed by
No
bees
one.
in it.
So, a
Oh, that's
vision.
my girl,
Shut
not
the
Stand
fuck
By
up! I don't know what you're talking about!
Okay.
A vision is a poem that describes or symbolizes human nature and the innocence on holds. Okay, I didn't write this right. On holds many a times and how they are being misinterpreted. In the poem, he portrays the story between 3 kings. One of them, 2 kings were crowned and only 1 stood alone, bearing no weight of the crown and supremacy. I just fucking wrote this and I took a screenshot of what I wrote.
I told you you did that. She's got notes that she wrote there and
Okay,
wrote in the
all right,
notes.
so let me explain my notes right now. So I write a little bit, and then under that, I go refer to phone, and I send myself chats. And so the chat goes refer to notebook, so it's flipping back and forth, but I don't know where it's telling me to go right now. Like, why did I write it and then type it to
I have
myself?
no fucking clue. That's what I was asking when I first said that. I was like, so let me get this right. You've got it written and typed out in your phone. Okay.
Fuck me.
I hope you guys are enjoying this extremely enlightening.
I hope you're learning something.
Yes, I hope you learned something.
I learned nothing. So I will spread nothing to you today. All right, well, I'm just going to read it. He says that even though the third king was not accepted, he was being tried, and at that place Wilde accepted to seem broken stones, which means that all the birds and flowers near him were being destroyed and left without being noticed. Once seeing this sight, his heart began to feel heavy and starts lightening the flame, which depicts his rise for anger, around and to ask the lady, who are these men who are torturing the third man?
Yes, you are having a stroke. You are 100% having a stroke.
No.
Call the police.
No, this makes sense. Okay, so the man that's being accused, all the flowers around him represent the innocence of that man. And so when he is being accused, the light is dying, so the flowers are dying. It represents the innocence dying within this man.
So Oscar Wilde, when he was being prosecuted, is acting like he was super innocent and shit, and that's what he wrote this poem about. Like,
Well,
you understand my innocence?
I think this might have been before the trial, because the three kings are about ancient Greek tragedians. The three ancient Greek tragedians that he liked to compare himself to.
I don't think you have to say tragedians. I think you just say tragedies.
Tragedians. Sounds better. It feels better to the tongue.
I don't think that's even a
No,
word.
no. Listeners, say tragedians. Let your tongue dance on that.
Yeah, guys, tragedian. Like, this particular segment of the podcast is also a tragedian.
A beautiful work of art. Thank you. You're welcome.
Fuck you!
Don't do that. Fever dream, guys. So the lady in the poem, Beatrice, knows who these three people are, and we find out at the very end of the poem who they are as well. They are the three guys that I mentioned earlier.
Yeah. Them fellas. Guys, I'd like to say something too. Apple pancakes, vault day with 3 colored tone bars and 2 trees. Independence is a thing that everyone should seek out, pencil sharpener.
Yes. Bear the weight of the crown you do. So, Aeschylus is known as the father of tragedy, and no, that was Aeschylus. Aeschylus was the father of tragedy.
Pasquales.
Sophocles wrote 120 plays and was the most celebrated playwright of Athens during his lifetime. Finally, Wilde speaker comes to Euripides.
Eurybiades.
Shut up. Who was far less celebrated in his life, but had more surviving works than the other combined.
I swear to God, everybody's gonna be like, "Am I having a stroke?" Or is...
So Euripides was the poet who did not become successful as the other two, in spite of his poems having bigger and stronger messages. They drink their milk.
Yeah. Hey, man.
Get them strong bones.
What was the other guy's name? You Suckides?
Fuck off.
You got Euripides, you got your Suckides.
Why did you wake me up?
You were supposed to wake me up.
Yeah, no. What? You didn't answer my question.
All right, guys, so that's Oscar Wilde part.
Shut up. I'm not done. I have a crap ton more.
Oh, God.
Oscar Wilde was passionate about creating art for art's sake, wearing his heart extravagantly on his sleeve.
God damn it.
He lived a colorful life, frequently caught the attention of gossipers, especially during his affair with Lord Alfred Douglas. But as Wilde himself once wisely remarked, there is only one thing in the world worse than being talked about, and that is not being talked about.
Yep.
That's words to live by. And these are some of my favorite quotes from Oscar Wilde. The picture is loaded. I am so clever that sometimes I don't understand a single word of what I am saying. This is what's happening right the fuck now.
Yeah, you're so clever that everybody thinks they're having a stroke listening to your broken speech.
No. They're gonna, wake up and be like, oh, it all makes sense. All of it.
Thank
It
God
all makes
somebody
sense to
it'll
me.
make sense
The
too.
prophecy has been fulfilled.
It's been fulfilled.
Man is least himself when he talks in his own person. Give him a mask and he will tell the truth. Boy, that's mind-blowing.
Yeah.
I can resist everything except temptation.
Uh,
Always forgive your enemies. Nothing annoys them so much. Anyone who lives within their means suffers from a lack of imagination.
yeah,
It says back to notes.
I like how you sent yourself periods also.
Yeah, so there's a skip right there. And I see that I wrote back to notes because it's right in the middle of all the periods.
Oh, God, that's
Yes.
awesome. That's great.
I did this in like 30 minutes. And the rest of the time I was sitting there like, what the fuck am I going to do? How am I going to do this? Okay, just fucking do it.
And here we are, like, after all that preparation and getting ready, just ruining everything.
All right. So there's this thing called the aesthetic movement that happened in Britain. Every country had a different aesthetic movement, but this one in Britain itself happened in 1860 to the 1900s, the early 1900s, which aimed to escape the ugliness and materialism of the industrial age by focusing instead on producing art that was beautiful rather than having a deeper meaning. Art for art's sake. Oscar Wilde's novel, The Picture of Dorian Gray, became the manifesto of this movement. This is back to phone. All right, the rest of this is back to phone. Get the fuck out of here, notebook. So, there is an interesting case that I learned while researching. When Oscar Wilde was a very young child, both of his parents were sued by a woman named Mary Travers. It got instant widespread attention and went to trial. So Oscar Wilde's mother, Jane Francesca Agnes, the Lady Wilde, was an Irish poet under the pen name Speranza, which means hope in Italian. I had to figure out what that meant because it was such a pretty word. And his father, William Wilde, was a doctor, all kinds of shit really, and he studied in like mythical arts and like he did all kinds of shit. Anyway, Sir William Robert Wills Wilde was appointed assistant commissioner of the Irish census. I don't know what the fuck that means. Yeah.
Sir William Robert
No.
Wiles Wilde.
Nope. Sir William Robert Wills Wilde. You know, I did it once. That's all you get.
Sir William Roberts Will Wilde.
I'm done. So Sir William Wilde was known to he was known for fucking women and having lots of different affairs. He had an affair with Mary, which turned sour. She was actually one of his patients. And she publicly accused him of drugging her with chloroform and raping her. She even created different pamphlets and dispersed them all out on this subject, making it like a comic book tragedy on her. Like, look at me and all this that's happened to me, and like wrote books and made an actual comic book literally for that time.
That's hilarious.
And like had renamed all of them stupid silly names, making fun of them, making them the bad guy, and she's like this beautiful princess. Yeah. So Wilde's parents had a very big social standing, so word of this spread quickly. Now, I'm not saying that I don't believe her, but she did actually self-harm many times to gain his attention and also produced her death letter and, published it everywhere, acting like she was going to kill herself if he wouldn't be around her. Anyway, long story short, this case went to trial, and this was after Lady wrote about her husband in defense of him. So it was like Travers was saying all kinds of shit against this big social standing of people. They're all really in the same social circle, but they were more well known. So her making these funny things was looked at as okay, but when Wilde's mom addressed it, it was bad. Like, oh no, she's just out to extort money for him. But anyway, yeah, her mom was pretty much only claiming she was doing this to extort money from. I don't know what's true, but it probably did happen because they had the wealth and could fight that.
Yeah. That's a crazy thing about the past.
Yeah, you never really know.
You never really know.
I think they were all fucked up and crazy, and all kinds of shit was just fucking each other up. So the trial lasted 5 days, during which Lady Wilde gave a masterful performance, denying that she gave any implication that Miss Travers I don't even know what the fuck I said. Denying that she gave any implication that Miss Travers was a prostitute and claiming that Travers' accusations were an illusion made by a hysterical young woman. So she was saying that Travers was a prostitute that was trying to seduce her husband for money. Which I don't think that's true. I think they were just having an affair and it didn't go well and he wanted to fuck other people outside of his marriage anyway. Like, he didn't want her to be the only one. And she didn't take it very well. That's my assumption, kind of. So, Mary did not win the case of rape, but she did win in the case of defamation done by Lady Wilde. And she was awarded like $2,000 or something at the time. So, briefly explained, she claimed that she was drugged, and when it happened, she was able to recall every detail that actually didn't line up with the court and their understanding of it. The judge deemed everything that she said to come off as crazy and a bit overboard and whatever, and there was nothing but inconsistencies in which things constantly changed. Where are you going?
I need the phone charger. My phone's gonna die.
You're dumb as fuck. But the damage was done to everyone's reputation, and no one looked at the Wildes the same. So, fast forward on to where we picked up from part 1. Where we left off from part 1, whatever. So onward to the trial of Oscar Wilde. So he was sued by his lover's father, the Marquess of Queensberry. Is it Marquis of Queensberry, for defamation. And it backfired, leading to a trial that centered around his homosexuality at first. And so it later moved to gross indecency towards young boys. The trial was in place mostly to protect the children, which was actually a progressive move on the court's part. So he wasn't being prosecuted for his relationship with Bosie, not one bit, because this guy is an adult at the time, but for the kids. Unfortunately, him being gay just made things worse for him in certain social aspects. So in the beginning, he tried to lie about it all, saying nothing happened, he had never done anything gay, and act like he didn't know any of these people and that Bosie was just a friend. And the prosecutors found evidence with the letters and many witnesses for every young boy he was fucking, even the boys themselves. So it was the victims and other people who had seen it, and the courts absolutely tore him apart and broke him down like a little bitch. Eventually, Wilde was singing a different tune and just saying, this is what he was saying, okay? That he thought men having a relationship with young boys was beautiful and meant to happen, which was absolutely disgusting, and he literally said it was noble and beautiful and misunderstood and fine and the most beautiful form of affection, and looked towards the Greek philosophers that did this, and that it was inspiring. Like, what the fuck? Insert vomit. The jury couldn't reach a verdict, which caused a mistrial. And, lots of shit's going on during all this. And he's getting threatened and people are, rioting. It caused a big uproar. This gave the prosecution time to examine Wilde again. During the second trial, the prosecution tried to focus on the strongest evidence they had against him. And that was, in fact, the younger boys in a lower social class and not his equals, which was an extremely important part of the case.
Yeah, because you talked about it last week about how
that was really
you never do anything out of your, it was completely okay to do, but you never fuck out of your
social class.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if he had stayed in his own social class, then they would have been looked at as equals, pretty much. So to them, it's people in lower classes. They're so rich and so stupid, and with such high titles and everything, they think that they're lower than human. That's how they're looked at. So you're taking advantage of these people who are really stupid.
Yeah.
And they're boys, and you're making us wealthy people look stupid, look dumb.
Yeah.
You're making us look bad, so we got to make an example of you. To everybody to stick in their social classes and not blend with that because we're losing money.
And this whole trial that people surmise that it really set back the sort of the community
it did.
because of how they started associating gay with abusive to children, and that like this caused that ripple effect in the minds of people. And so yeah, celebrate the hell out of Oscar Wilde, because he fucked up a lot.
He
of shit.
did. Oscar Wilde set all of this shit backwards. So he was found guilty and sentenced to 2 years in prison and died 3 years later. When he got out, he was bankrupt and lived a poor life until he died. He moved to France after being exiled, and his wife refused to see him or let him see their sons. The trials ruined things for everyone in the gay community, as Matt was saying, and they were then mostly seen as predators. Thanks for fucking things up, Wilde.
Yeah, that's wild.
Shut the fuck up. Oscar Wilde's last words were, "I am dying beyond my means. I can't even afford to die." And my wallpaper and I are fighting a duel to the death. One or the other of us has to go. And that's because he really hated his wallpaper. And that's all he was doing was staring at it. But when he got out of prison, he was in very, very bad health. And something he had always suffered with was hearing problems. So I think he may have had reoccurring ear infections. And this had something to do with it. Anyway. And, the quote on his gravestone is, "For his mourners will be outcast men, and outcasts will always mourn." Like, no, you got nobody now, Wilde. Stop trying to relate to somebody. Following Wilde's disgrace, Constance took the children to Switzerland, which was his wife, his ex-wife then, whatever, and she changed the family name to Holland. The children were enrolled in English language school in Germany. All through school, the boys had to disguise their identity, although they were not told why. So he was, like, he had nobody.
Yeah.
Remember, guys, Oscar Wilde fucking sucks. He's a terrible person, and he ruined everything.
That's
The
right,
end.
guys. We're ruining poets for you.
The end. Fuck you, Oscar Wilde.
So yeah, good early morning.
Yes.
Chat. 4:30.
Thanks for ruining things. Fuck you. You don't deserve anything.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fuck things up.
Yeah. Well, coming up is a movie review that we recorded last night. We had probably a little bit more energy in that one. Although I think that was all over the place.
Entering stage 4 is the guy in the squirrel costume. Cover your nuts.
God damn it. All right, guys. We'll see you in the next segment.
Yeah.
Ah, shit. Stay rotten.
Stay rotten. I feel dead. Inside. I'm dead.
Yep. And now it's another movie review brought to you by Rotten Reviews.
Reviews. And
Movies.
Movies?
Yeah, what they said.
Let's talk some shit.
It's time for another movie review.
Oh my god!
I'm scared!
Hello, guys, and welcome back to another movie review. And this one actually is a movie. Last week it was just an anime.
Well, I mean, that's still technically
It's still
something.
good, yeah. And we probably will do some more of those in the future, because there's some really good ones out there.
So this time I got to pick the movie, and
Yep.
I picked Dawn of the Dead.
The remake.
The remake, yes.
It was really good.
Yes, it was Carrie's first time watching it, and Matt and I had already seen it.
And I love this movie.
I do.
I
I
think
do
that
love this movie.
Up there with remakes, this is probably one of the better remakes of an original film. Not to say that the original, because the original has a very different tone to it. Because with Romero zombies, the fear is the other people. There was a little bit of that in the remake.
So I did not see the original. I wanted to, but we didn't have enough time to watch the original.
Yeah,
So
the
we chose
original
this
is
one.
2 hours and 10 minutes
So I
long.
can't do a compare. You
Yeah.
can talk about more of the compares and stuff.
Yes.
For
Yeah, I
sure.
haven't seen it either.
So, of course, in the original, it's kind of like these two cops, and they know that the zombies are happening, and they're like, hey, we can run. And they end up going to the mall and thinking that it's probably the most safe place. Mm-hmm. And it's kind of like this. They just kind of start dicking around. There's certain incidences that happen, And then a biker gang comes through and wants to raid the mall, and all hell breaks loose. So
I just learned a really surprising fact that I'm going to forget if I don't say it now.
okay, what is it?
There were 3,000 people portraying zombies in this movie.
Damn.
Whoa.
Yes.
Another weird thing about this movie is it was shot in chronological order, which it doesn't happen very often, but
and you can really tell in a lot of scenes that it was that way.
Another fun fact is that Ving Rhames, when he heard that they were going to be doing a remake, he is the one that actually sought out to be in this movie because he wanted to be in this movie. And one of the things that I found out about it that really shows his diligence was that in the scene where Sarah Polley is stitching his arm up, they used a real nurse, and she misunderstood the director's, saying do this or do that, and she thought he said deeper, and she ended up stitching the prosthetic into his arm, and Ving Rhames did not say a fucking word until after they cut. And then he was like, hey, she stitched that, into my arm.
That shows how much he wanted that role.
He wanted that
He wanted it.
role.
He was like, I'm not complaining here.
So we'll go around and do a little synopsis of what we each thought of it, and start with Carrie, of course, because it's her first time viewing it.
I am very interested in knowing this.
No. Well, I really liked the movie starting out because it jumped right into it. And then I started to not like the movie because it really pissed me off because people were doing dumb stuff. And then I was like, well, I guess that Matt's kind of right when he said that they don't really know about zombies.
Yeah.
So I understand that point. So it got better when they quit being sitting ducks sitting in a fucking mall not doing shit. It got better after that. Once they started doing stuff, I liked it.
Yeah, and what you got to realize about going back and watching older zombie films is that right now in our society, everybody knows what a zombie is. There's no doubt in my mind that everybody knows. If you said zombie, they'd know what you were talking about.
Yes.
It wasn't that big of a thing back in the day. So when you go back and watch a movie and it's portraying current events and current people, and they're like, I don't understand what a zombie is, you got to be like, how the fuck do you not know what a zombie is? How did you miss that? Did zombies in the mythos of what the reality of this just not even exist in entertainment? Because clearly, look at iZombie or even White Zombie from ever ago. If it's just our world, then those things still exist there. So how is it that so many people don't already know that zombies are a thing, getting bit will turn you, yada, 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 yada. Yep.
Yep.
So
Story.
I loved that starting right from the jump, it doesn't give you the suspense or whatever, it's right into it. It has the little girl coming into the house and biting the husband on the neck, and the wife doesn't stick around to mourn him or anything. She's like, all right, yeah, I'm getting the fuck up out of here. I fucking love that. She's not like, oh no, I have to go out and I can't leave him. No, typically that happens in married couple roles in movies. With, again, not having a shit ton of suspense or whatever. I fucking loved Andy. And I wish we could have had more of him. He was the guy in the gun shop that was shooting. He's a badass shot. He was shooting all the lookalikes of celebrities like Rosie O'Donnell.
Yeah, well, you're jumping way ahead.
I know. Okay. But I did love the headshot where he shot
opening of
Burt
the movie
Reynolds.
is phenomenal. It's pounding. You're going from this to that. They've got these high drone shots.
That drone shot, holy fuck.
And it's cool because in that drone shot, a van runs into a car, which then hits a gas, a gas station with a diner. It says diner across the front, and it explodes. And that's actually a reference to Night of the Living Dead, because the family said that they had seen a van hit a car that then smashed into a diner and exploded. So there's these little nods to the original Night of the Living Dead. Not to mention the fact when they first see the TV, it's Tom Savini talking about, kill him, yada, yada, yada. And that's literally what the end of Night of the Living Dead was. They just had Tom Savini playing the sheriff's role at the end.
Wasn't there like a repeat quote of some preacher guy on there saying,
Well, he said the dead are getting up and he said when hell is full, the dead will roam the earth.
Yes,
Yeah.
the dead will roam the earth. I thought that was used in something before. Wouldn't that have been that?
It has been used before.
Okay, was it the other?
The original.
In the original.
Yeah.
That! I love that!
And the original, they used Don Forey, I believe his name is. Don, something like that. Forey. He's been in a bunch of horror movies. In the original one, it was a guy that George Romero met at the YMCA that was a preacher. And he was like, dude, can I film you and you do these lines for me? And he's like, yeah, I'll do that.
But I fucking loved the SFX makeup and all of the blood and how they had the decay of the zombies in this movie. That was
Yes.
so fucking well done. I want to see more of that. I love that so much. So well done.
It was. I really like the vein work on them.
Oh, yes. The ashy grayness of... I mean, there was so much different coloration in each of them. So much detail.
And it's
Very
really
precise.
interesting because to me, Zack Snyder is a really big CG director. He uses a lot of computer graphics and design and shit like that. But this movie had a lot of physical props. Like when the guy shoves the stake through the guy's head, that was a physical prop that they figured out how to. And so they use a mannequin and put it on him, and then he shoved the thing through his head.
So fucking well done. And you see all the little brains and everything come out.
Yeah. So I love this movie because it's another one of those trifecta movies. Of course, it was written by George Romero, the original idea. The screenplay for this one was actually written by... God, I just said his name is the Guardians of the Galaxy guy.
Some guy.
Some guy.
Oh my God, I completely forgot his name.
Some guy.
But while he's
over
thinking, the
the
mall that they
zombies.
used for this movie,
I'm so pissed at myself right now.
it wasn't an actual
James
mall,
Gunn.
and it's now been demolished. James Gunn?
James Gunn directed or wrote the screenplay, and then Zack Snyder directed it, and Tom Savini was a guest actor in it. I'm pretty sure he probably did special effects work on it if he was actually in the movie. It's just, I love when movies have just this kind of like perfect storm of writers and creators that are all good at what they do.
Yes. All right, so you want to start from the top?
So yeah, of course you have this
From the
great
tippy,
opening
tippy
scene.
top.
She's a nurse. She has a long night at work. La la Lou. She ends up going home. Her husband is laying in bed. She takes his
I
fucking
hate
shoes
that.
off and he acts like
it
a lazy
pisses me off.
dick.
He's sitting there. You could take your fucking shoes off yourself. What the fuck are you
And
doing?
then it seems like he's kind of like calling her out, like, "Oh, I thought you went out with the girls or something." Like she's like, "Oh, I
Yeah.
wouldn't miss date night," and she's
I'm
like,
glad
trying
he's
to
dead.
keep it.
He's
And,
dead, and I'm glad.
Yeah.
He was a dick.
Yeah.
And so they, end up boning in the shower or something like that, and then
She got one last bone in.
Yep, she got one last bone in. And then, they wake up the next morning and they have that really cool door reveal where the door opens and it
Yes.
shows the zombies
The
all
little-
in blur.
The little girl, Vivian.
Yeah. And then the guy looks up like, "Vivian, are you okay?" He notices her face is torn. He goes over to, help her. She jumps on him, tears his fucking jugular out.
Oh, so well.
She throws the girl
man.
down the hallway. She does this really cool, jump up kind of move where
And
she
land
hops
on her
back to
feet
her
like a
feet
cat.
and starts running. And
It's funny.
she tries to call 911. Everybody is engaged because, it's
this
already
shit's
happened.
happening.
I
Yeah.
love that they had a kid as the first zombie.
Oh,
Agreed.
yes.
And then her husband turns and starts attacking her. And she, kind of fights him off. And she goes into the bathroom. She escapes through the window. He starts chasing her. Oh, no. She runs out, and one of her neighbors is just standing there with a gun, like, "Get away! Get away!
I think her name's Anna.
Anna!" And she's like, "What the fuck?" And then, boom, he gets hit by a fucking ambulance. And
Ambulance.
and she takes off driving. He comes after her and shit. And
The husband comes after her.
yeah, and she gets away. And then you have that great scene where she's just driving around and it's just chaos. There's naked
yes.
people wandering around confused. And
their
and then she
days.
gets emotional, and guess what? Once you start to fucking feel shit is when shit goes
Yeah.
wrong.
Exactly.
So she pulls up behind a bus where there's like somebody being mauled, and she gets all like head into it, and then the bus driver like tries to steal her car, and she kicks him out of the way and drives off a fucking hill and hits a tree and passes out. And then the intro starts, which was, again, great credits. They use Johnny Cash's When the Man Comes Around. Just really cool images, and the titles were brutal. I love the blood drop splattered titles that they do. Yeah, and then...
So she wrecks into a tree eventually after driving away from the guy who tries to carjack her, and she's met by a cop.
who's Ving Rhames' character.
Yes, and so she follows this guy, and they wander to a mall. Well, they meet up with, they find other people that join them, and they go to a mall.
Pregnant lady and her husband and a guy that has lost like his whole family.
Yes.
R.I.P.
Ripson.
So they want to stay there. They break into the mall and they want to stay there, but these guys who are playing security are like, no, this is our mall, blah, 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 blah. You're going to be our freaking prisoners and whatever, some shit. Like, because they didn't want anybody there and they didn't want the mall to be disturbed, which
Guards
is
of the
stupid.
castle.
Like, things are different now. What the fuck are you doing, guys?
Yeah, they were still like making sure they didn't steal anything
And
from
they're
the
in their
stores.
freaking working clothes, too, like cop security. We're top notch here.
Hey,
It's so stupid.
I'd still would say like tight-fitting cop outfit would be better suited for a zombie apocalypse than loose-fitting regular civilian clothes.
That is true.
So it's still like any kind of
That is
officer outfit is made for dealing with things like that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not necessarily such a bad thing for them to have those on.
Yeah.
Yes.
So they lock them up, and well, they kind of they don't lock them up. They only put them in one room at night because they're like, hey, we're going to go crash out. And it seems all right.
They don't
Everybody's
want
doing
them
all
fucking
right.
shit up in the mall.
And then, of course, the Ving Rhames is trying to leave to go out of town or something.
To save his brother. He wants to meet up with his brother. He believes his brother's still alive.
No, I jumped ahead because
But no, he's
the
still
very next
talking
thing that
about it,
happened
no
is the
matter what.
truck. That the truck pulls into the parking lot. And Sarah Pauli comes running out because they had let her out to go to the bathroom. And that's when CJ and the other security guards realize that all the people are now out of where they locked them up. Mm-hmm. And they're like, we're going to do something about this truck that's driving around the parking lot. CJ's like, they could be zombies. And she's like, well, they're driving and shooting guns.
Like, that, obviously they're not zombies. They're alive.
Yeah. And so that's when they finally grab their guns from them, and they go and lock them up and help the van people get into
Against the
thing.
security cops, guards' wishes.
Yes, because they didn't want to be that way.
No, so they got overruled.
But that's where you get the first shot when they go to help the van get in. You get the first shot of one of the amputee actors that has like all that blood and guts on his arm.
I
and he
love
just looks so
that
good.
shot. He's walking by and he looks like a normal person. Then he turns and he's like, ah, and there's nothing but freaking guts and shit hanging out everywhere, and it's so nice.
Yeah, guts hanging
it's
out
so
of his
good.
arm.
Yep.
Arm
Shut the
guts.
fuck up. Arm guts. Arm meat. And he's running towards them, and it's such a fucking scary shot.
And like, I don't want to go like shot for shot on this one.
Yeah. But there's so many memorable shots.
I like, there's certain things that stand out for me. The really big lady that turned while they were there, that was a guy in a girl costume because they needed somebody that could like move the way they wanted her to move. The father that was in the van actually is Max Headroom. He's also the bomb guy. He was the father of the next door neighbor in Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. There's a lot of really good like horror movie actors were in this movie.
I really loved the organ player. He was gay and he was trying on different high heels and just like feeling himself, like not letting all of this get him down. And when it came to the security guards being locked into a room, it was so fucking funny. Such a masterpiece of a scene with him standing there describing how he knew he was gay when he first discovered he was gay and why. And they're just like so disgusted, but he's not stopping. He's like, he's going to tell everything because what are they going to do? They're locked in a room.
It was so funny.
Oh, God, it was so funny.
And the other scene when the pregnant girl and her boyfriend, that she had gotten bit in the very beginning, and she starts turning into a zombie, which this is one of the first movies I ever saw with...
Her name is Luda in the movie.
Yeah, with a zombie child. And one of the big things is the censors were really, really, really angry. The reason this got its rating was not necessarily because of the blood, but they cut one scene. It was in the version that we saw, because that was an unrated version. But the scene where there's actually a gun and a baby in the same shot,
yes,
they couldn't put that in the original movie.
So the lady that played Luda did a phenomenal job. This is something that I'd never seen explored before. Someone who is pregnant being bitten and giving birth to a zombie baby. She's turned as she gave birth.
Yep.
And holy fuck, the makeup, the movements that she did as she's tied to the bed. Like, that was so fucking well done. I would love to recreate something similar to that.
Not to mention how that scene played out and how well it was shot when they were shooting each other. And he's like, "You gonna point that gun? You gonna kill
my family?"
You want
the
to kill
shootout.
Luda?"
The shootout between the granny as
So
she comes
good
to
as
find
the bullets
them.
are falling.
Yeah, she discovers that he was hiding her because she was bitten. And so she's like, "Oh, God, I got to shoot this." She shoots Luda in the head, the pregnant woman. And so, you know, the guy that is the father of the child, whatever, starts shooting back. And that shootout scene, holy fuck.
Because it's like, cacao. She gets shot twice. She turns the gun on him. Cacao. He gets shot. Cacao. He gets shot. She gets shot a couple more times. He gets shot
They're
again.
both falling while this is happening.
Yeah, and he's got the baby in his arms the whole time. And then they come running in, and they're like, "What happened? What happened?" And she's like, "Son of a bitch, you shot me."
That was her last words.
And bloop.
And so they discover that the baby has turned. It came out
And they had to kill the baby, and they were
Yes.
really touchy about that, which, because even if the baby's a monster, it's still baby killing, and
But-
it's all weird.
Oh, when you see the baby's like,
Yeah, you gotta kill that baby. If the
Yeah.
baby
You
looks
gotta
like
kill that
that,
baby.
it's got eyes like that, you fucking kill that goddamn
If we've
baby.
learned anything,
kill that
from,
goddamn
if we learned anything from Dead Alive, is do not let a zombie child live. And I just want to say that, technically speaking, Dead Alive was the first movie that had a zombie bore a baby, but in Dead Alive, it was two zombie parents.
I need to see that.
So a zombie, you've seen it.
I have?
Yes, you have.
I don't remember
haven't.
shit.
With the giant rat monkey bites his mom in the zoo, and it's
I
like an
know.
Australian.
What the fuck are you talking
It's
about?
like one of the bloodiest
I've not
movies
seen
ever
that.
made. Dead Alive is going to be the next fucking movie we watch.
Oh.
Mark my words. I'm sure I've said that before. I'm saying it now out loud, hoping that it sticks in your head. So next time when I'm like, do either one of you remember any of the times I've told you that a movie we need to watch? Dead Alive. I'm going to tell you right now, though. I'm pretty sure
Huzzah.
you've watched Dead Alive. I'm pretty sure that we, in the last seasons of the podcast, Dead Alive was the
I
movie
have
that
not.
one of us picked. That
I might not have been a part of that then. I might have just talked about shit randomly. I don't know.
We'll see. We'll see.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, there's just so much good stuff to this movie. So much back and forth. I love how Zack Snyder actually foreshadows his shots as much as he foreshadows what's going to happen plot-wise. I personally think, go watch this movie. If you've not seen the remake of Dawn of the Dead, go watch this fucking movie. What other parts would you like to talk about?
When Andy shoots the guy in the head, that's so they're on the rooftops, and Andy's at his gun store, and everybody's at the mall. And what's that guy that was talking to him a lot? That you keep saying his name.
Ving Rhames,
Ving Rhames.
Yeah.
Okay, the guy, he whatever his character
the
was.
police officer.
The police officer. So they have marker boards, and that's how they're communicating, with marker boards and binoculars. And they're playing chess, they're doing all kinds of stuff, and they're having shooting games. So he will write on the board a celebrity lookalike that's in the crowd, because there's hordes of zombies
The
out there.
massive crowd of zombies
Massive.
at the bottom of the mall
And
entrance.
so he writes Burt Reynolds, and he finds the one Burt Reynolds and shoots him in the fucking head. And that scene was fantastic.
There's another
loved it.
things of a little behind the scenes, as they said, a lot of the zombies throughout the movie had that exploding pack on the back of their heads, and they had a little trigger in their hand, so the actors themselves triggered when their head would explode from a shot.
I love desolate endings where everyone dies. So with movies like that, those are typically my favorite.
Yeah, this is a 100% nobody survives downer ending.
Yay!
It's not a downer for me.
And it's not a downer, but it's how it would be.
Not everybody died.
Who didn't die?
Who didn't die?
The people on the sailboat.
They died.
They went
that
to an
indicated
island and suddenly
they were overruled.
Zombies were running out of the island down the pier toward them, and that's how it ended.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they were fucked.
They were fucked.
Because
They were
the
killed.
dog went off running, and they were like, "Oh, come back!" And then all of a sudden, it's like, "Ah!" And you just see hordes
Yes.
of zombies running toward. What did they do? Jump in the boat and haul ass off? Nope, they were already halfway up that pier. They are fucking blue-tailed fuck.
Yes.
Yeah.
So bleak. And at least that part was only in the credits, sorta.
Yeah,
but
it was.
I mean,
when it's all said and done, they were dead.
I like that they had a plan and they stuck to it as far as souping up the buses to try to get the fuck out of there and trying to make it. They did something. They had a goal in mind. They lived in some way.
The unfortunate thing about the idea that an island would be safe from the dead is that bodies float. So if they even
Yeah.
fall in the water, there's a possibility they'll wash up anywhere. And you think it's hard to deal with a zombie on land? Think about what would happen if you ran past a zombie body while you're on a boat.
Uh-huh.
Especially like a small, 3-seater boat with just a thrashing zombie. I mean, and imagine if you were actually in the water and you had to fend off
Well,
a zombie.
It was a yacht or so, they would say, or something.
Yeah, but it was
But
bigger,
still.
but still.
Yeah, it wasn't that big.
It
But
was about.
It was a boat.
About.
But I love that CJ's character in it does like a complete 360, and by the end of the movie, you actually like CJ's character for how he was acting.
I love when
Yeah.
characters progress in movies like that. The evolution of a character is so fun to explore in movies.
But to me, I think Zack Snyder introduced like another asshole character, and he's like, I can't have like two giant asshole characters in the same movie. So
All right, so it's time for a coffee break.
let's break that coffee.
Oh, yeah, baby.
But yeah, so, Dawn of the Dead remake, fucking phenomenal movie. Anything else you guys would like to add?
I can't wait for Carrie to watch Shaun of the Dead.
Agreed.
Wow.
Yes.
Agreed. So, rating?
For this movie, I give it an 8 out of 10.
For me, this one is an 8 out of 10, too. I can easily agree with that. What about you,
10
Carew?
too.
7.
7 out of 10. There you go, guys. 7, 8, and 8. Dawn of the Dead, the remake. Check it out.
It was
dude.
made in 2004.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
By Zack Snyder, screenplay by James Gunn.
Oh,
God, I keep
something I
forgetting his
wanted to
name.
bring up that I stated after the movie was they're in a mall. There should have been some kind of remote control car or drone or something. Something to take snacks to Andy because he was so fucking hungry instead of sitting the dog over there. That's what didn't make so much sense to me. It's a fucking huge mall. They should have had something there.
Plus, they had a truck that run.
And you said
like-
something about bow and arrow?
Or he could have, shot a cord or a rope across the area. I mean, he can shoot a bullet.
Something.
He probably has some sort of a crossbow. I mean, they don't have the most amazing distance, but there's other things to do. If he even got it close, then they could somehow loop it and tie it off.
Yeah.
But I don't know. There's a few things that was like, come on, man. You could have thought of a way to do that a little bit better.
Yeah, you can engineer a car. Make some kind of something.
Like I said, they had a van. They had a
Yeah.
whole fucking van that they could have... Because they eventually decide to, go and again, he's already turned and shit, but...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, that's
Good
that.
fucking movie, guys. So...
That's a good fucking movie,
Are we
guys.
gonna wrap it up? Are we gonna wrap it up
Yes,
with a movie
yes.
review? So okay.
Yeah.
Thank you
Yes.
for...
We're done here.
Thank you
Thank
for
you.
joining us for
Bye.
being
Bye,
here.
guys.
Rotten Mornings podcast.
Mornings
And
podcast.
scene.
And we will fucking see you guys or talk to you guys next weekend. Keep an eye out. We've got another interview at the City of Chaos next Sunday night. So if you want to be involved, go online, go to City of Chaos's website, and sign up there. Yeah, that's it. Stay rotten.
Stay rotten.
Stay rotten.
Love you guys. Toodles.
I don't love anybody.